Geometry begins with a point. Let's make the point A here on the board behind me. So I'm going to put a point here and I'm going to label it with the letter A and call this point A. A point has no dimension, no size, no shape, only position. Now we are going to draw a second point, and we're going to label the second point, point B. So over here, I'm going to draw a second point and label it with a B, and this is point B. Since it's a point, again, it has no dimension, no size, no shape, only position. We can use our pencils and pens to connect these points. And once they're connected, once 2 points are connected, we have a line. So I'm going to connect point A and point B with a line. In geometry, a line has 3 properties. It is straight, it has no thickness, and a line goes on in both directions forever. Its length is infinite. This is very important. A line keeps going in both directions. In geometry, we have a concise way of writing the name of all types of lines. So in this case, we have a line that passes through the points A and B, and so we call this line AB. And since it goes on forever in both directions, we draw this line with an arrow on each side. And so we have an arrow going in this direction and an arrow going in this direction to depict our line AB going on for infinity in both directions. When we want to write the name of the line or talk about the line or write the line AB in a sentence, we say this. We do our A and our B. We put them together like this, AB. And on the top, above our 2 point names, A and B, we draw a little arrow. And the arrow has points in both directions. And so if I see this written, a little A and a B, or if I see, for example, a C and a D with a little line on top, a bar on top, with arrows going in both directions, that tells me that this is line AB or line CD. Line CD would be a line that passes through points C and D and goes on forever in both directions. The lines we use for drawing shapes can't be lines that are infinitely long. How would we draw a triangle, for example, with 3 infinitely long lines? For this reason, we use line segments to draw shapes. A line segment begins at one point and ends at another point. Its length is defined by the distance from the first point to the second point, or the distance between the 2 points. So a line segment from point A to point B, for example, would look like this. If I had my point A and another point B here, and I drew the line between them, I would leave it just like this to indicate that it is a line segment. I would not draw the arrows in each direction. And it still is line AB, and it still is true that there is a line that goes through points A and B infinitely in both directions, but I'm only looking at the little part of the line, the segment of the line segment between A and B. And this is a measurable line segment. I can measure the distance from one point to the other. And so now that we have a line segment with a defined length, we can draw various shapes with it. A line segment, similar to the line, also has a way of writing it when we're writing it in a sentence or a problem. And we again write our A and our B. We put the two letters close together like this, A and B. And above the AB, instead of writing a bar with arrows in both directions, we simply write a bar across the top. We just draw a straight line across the top, and that indicates that this is a line segment, AB. So we have here line segment, so it's just a certain part of the line, and over here with the arrow on the top going in both directions, this indicates a line. There is one more concept you should learn about lines. A ray begins at one point and passes through another, continuing on forever. Its length is also infinite, like a line, but a ray has a starting point, but no ending point. It keeps extending in the direction it's going. An example of a ray is the light coming out of a flashlight. The starting point is the flashlight, and the ray of light keeps going on forever. A ray that begins at point A and passes through point B looks like this. So we'll have again an A and a point A and a point B. To indicate a ray that begins at point A and passes through point B, I draw it like this. So you can see that my starting point is point A. I'm not going to draw an arrow over here in this direction like I do with the line. I'm simply going to start at point A, pass through point B, and draw an arrow in this direction. And this is called ray AB. Now to write the name of this, this is a ray, and to write this as the name, again, I do an A and a B, just like we have in the other ones. I put the two names of my points, point A and point B, real close together, but then above the AB, instead of drawing a line with arrows in both directions, instead of drawing just a bar, I'm going to draw a ray. So I'm going to have a starting point here over my A, and I'm going to draw an arrow just in the direction that my ray is going. So you'll see that this goes just in the direction of the ray, and the line AB would extend in both directions. The line segment AB is just between points A and B, and the ray AB starts at point A and goes through point B, continuing on forever in that direction. Let's look at an example. Our question asks us, which of the following depicts AB, and then we have an arrow on top going just in one direction. And so it's asking us, which of these is the drawing of the ray AB? And remember that a ray begins at one point, passes through another point, and goes on infinitely in that direction. So it's asking us, which is ray AB that starts at point A, goes through point B, and continues in that direction. So as we take a look at our three different drawings here, on the first one we can see that this is simply a line segment between points A and B. There are no arrows on either side, and so it's not a line, it's not indicating the whole line AB going on in both directions. It's not indicating the ray because there's no arrow in either direction. And so this is the line segment AB, and we're going to write line segment AB like this. Point A and point B with just a bar on top. So we know that it's not this first one. This first one is not ray AB. This first one is line segment AB. Let's look at the second drawing here. In the second drawing, we have point A and point B again. And sure enough, on this one, we're starting at point A. There's no arrow going in this direction. We're going through point B, and we do have an arrow going in this direction of B into infinity. So this, sure enough, is number 2 is ray AB. So number 2 is going to be our answer to the question of which of the following depicts ray AB. But let's also take a look at this last one and just review how we write the name of this line AB. So in this last one here, in this third drawing, we have again point A and point B, but in this drawing we have arrows going in both directions, which indicates that this is talking about the infinite line AB. And so we write it as capital A, capital B, and then remember that the bar on top, we want to have the arrows going in both directions to indicate that this is the line AB.